You are listening to DropTent Media Network.
All right, welcome to the cast. We got a sick guest today. We got the Mike Harrington, producer at Gas Digital. What's up, dude?
What's up, buddy? Where's the sick guest?
Looking at him, baby. I like it. You're just under a spread eagle.
Dude, you guys could do so much better. Like, you're actually funny. Like, what are you doing?
What do you mean?
You could do so, like, there's so many better guests you can get on your show than me. I suck.
Yo,
Dude,
no,
you're the
no.
creme de la creme right
And
now.
not only that, but no, we can't.
All right, yeah, that might be fair.
Yeah, dude. But on our second episode, we had Shane Gillis, and we've just been hitting branches ever since, dude.
Yeah, like Jurassic Park when the trees or the cars falling out of the tree. We're like, oh shit.
I am, like, if you fell out of the unfunny tree, like, I'm like that last, like, Shane's at the very top. Like, there's no branches to hit. Like, I hit every one on the way down.
Well, it is sick, man, because we met you at the roast battle, but before that, like, we were like watching like Legion of Skanks and all that shit, and I've just seen you in the zeitgeist for a while, and you're not a stand-up, right?
No, not at all.
So how'd you like get into that crew?
So my thing was I applied for Fighter and the Kid. I applied for UFC Unfiltered. I applied to, like, I was working as a contractor in Westchester County, New York, and I was like, I don't know, 28, 29, fucking miserable. And I was like, I always wanted to work in radio. So I applied, like, this is the God's honest truth. I went to the SiriusXM job board. I literally applied to every single position. Like, nobody even called me back for an interview, like, nothing. Yeah, Lewis is just like, I was showing up to Skanks a lot, and Lewis had like thrown it out there that the intern before, like, me, Alex, Becky, and Luke, was this kid Jason, and he just stopped showing up. And he was like, yeah, like, we're gonna need people. And I was like, I'm here every week anyway, just like enjoying the show. Like, why wouldn't I like wanna take that shot? So
I think this is fate, doggy.
Yeah, something like that. It was funny because I was like talking to a couple other like hardcore Skank fans, like just at the bar after at the Creek, and they were like, man, who would take that job? I would hate to work for Lewis. And I was like, nah, I think I would really dig that job. Like, I'm going to do this.
It's not that bad. It's fine. Someone just like stuck in an abusive relationship. Like, no, you don't understand. There's a lot of benefits I get from it.
Dude, I was stopped going in.
No, is he actually like wiling out that hard the whole time?
What do you mean?
Like, like if there's like a fuck up, like on air, he kind of flips. Is it like that all the time, or is it just kind of like amped up?
No, I mean, it's an absolute nightmare to work for him. Like, so Ding Dong made this point, like the old Skanks producer, and like Lewis references this all the time, so I don't feel bad like repeating one of his stories. But he's like, the Ding Dong came forward and was like, one day she came to Lewis and said, Lewis, I don't understand. It's like you want everything to be perfect. And Lewis said, yes. That's exactly it, Ding Dong. Everything should be perfect. And it's like, fucking, we all bust our ass. We all are striving for perfection, but that's physically impossible. And he just reminds us how far we are from that every day.
Just the constants, like, we're not there yet. You'll never have complete perfection. That's one of the curses of just trying to be just with desire. Desire never really is fulfilled. It's when it's in a negative way. You just have to have, we were talking about that. You have to get that cool middle, the middle ground of like, everything's going okay.
Yeah. Well, so welcome to the cast.
I mean, that's definitely something, like, I remember back to like when I first started, when we were still at Ralph's place, he would start like all the production meetings with something along those lines, like something similar to that. It's like everybody here just wants to like grab control of the wheel of the ship, right? Like they just want to get like that, like, we're just moving, we're sailing along, we're like in like robot mode, you know what I mean? We can all do our jobs and like, not even think about it. And he's like, that's the last place I ever want this company to be. I want everybody like consistently like trying to grab for that wheel, fucking turn us in crazy directions, do whatever. So it's like, it is this weird dichotomy where it's like, yes, please try, fail as much as you want. Like, he's given me enough rope to hang myself on numerous occasions, but like at the same time, it's like, the consequence of fucking up at that point is that you're going to get yelled at. Grow up.
Yeah.
True. I guess there's worse things to happen.
Dude,
Yeah,
like, coming from a place of, like, where it's, like, there's absolutely no creative freedom in a blue-collar fucking, contracting job, to the place now where it's, like, you fucking structure your own day, figure it out, like, make your time as valuable as possible. Like, I don't know. It's a pretty cool, weird challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like trying to perfect imperfections, like the craziness of chaos of just like, we were just talking about capturing farts in a bottle or lightning in a bottle. That's kind of what it is. You just want like a really good sounding fart in a bottle, like just like, it's like, who wants to hear this? I'm like, someone wants to hear this fart, and we're doing it in a weird way. We captured it. Sometimes you get like a silent deadly, no one heard it. It's like, I don't know where this metaphor.
No, I'm just trying to
from.
understand. Like, I understand the concept. Like, you're trapping methane in a fucking thing. So, like, that's still going to smell bad when you open it back up. But do you think every time you open that jar, it's going to make the same fart sound?
Yeah,
Fair. Well, dude,
Jesus Christ.
I think the sneaky hard thing about that job is when you're involved in the on-air stuff, because you're not coming from,
because you're letting out.
They're all coming from like a on-stage like background,
Right.
So because that fan base is no joke.
Well, but there's
and they're brutal, but it's funny. But like sometimes, like if I'll see someone say something a little off, like on that podcast, not like offensive, but just not funny or anything like that, I'm like, oh no, this guy's gonna be called a fag on Reddit for 6 weeks. You don't even know what he just did.
So it's like, it is one of those weird things where, yeah, like the stage presence thing helps, but I feel like Shannon gets the least abuse out of anyone, and she's not a comic. Like Dylan, meanwhile, is a comedian and gets shit on worse than I've ever got, like tenfold worse than I ever got. So it's like, yes, that stage presence element does help, but it's like, I don't know, if you're showing up and doing your job, like, I think people understand like where the on-air part is like leaves, and like, I don't know, like none of us would have jobs if we were actually as bad as we're made out to be on air. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you wouldn't have
like
a
the lights
following.
wouldn't be on at Gas Digital.
Fair. One thing that kind of blows my mind is how like involved Lewis is with like the shit online. That would drive me fucking nuts.
Yes and no. So it's like, it is this weird thing where it's like, so Erin, I don't know if you know, she's like a very big Gas Digital fan. She's like always in the chat. She like pointed this out to me like a couple weeks ago. There was like a thing where I went to the chat and just notified the people like, yeah, it's gonna be like, the show's gonna be like 5 minutes later or something like that. And she was like, oh, if only Lewis was like that attentive to his shows. And I was like, well, no, like Lewis pays us so he doesn't have to be. If he jumps in on something, it's because he wants to be there. You know what I mean? Like, he's actively enjoying the shit talking. What I don't love is that anybody can go rat on me to my boss like that easily. You know?
That's always a bad just omen hanging over in the clouds. Just like, oh, really? Like they're nitpicking that closely, and like a lot of things come out in podcasts that you might not necessarily mean. You're just saying it just because you're reaching for like, because you want the conversation to keep going. And you're like, I haven't said anything funny in a while. Here's just one thing I thought, and you say it. You're like, hopefully that doesn't reach the surface. You know?
Are you worried about getting aggregated? You're just going to end up as fucking clickbait headlines. Local comic says, fucking Flyers suck.
Yeah, well, we're just like Callan's in the making, dude. It's only a matter of time.
I don't think either one of you can pull a 17-year-old.
That's Dalia, dude. Get it right.
No, but like I'm talking about things like specifically like every time an episode of Believe You Me comes out, like especially that Monday into Tuesday. So this morning I woke up and like the first thing I do is check Twitter to see like, all right, like was there any screw up at all with like the release of this show, and has anyone tagged Lewis in what that screw up might be? You know, like if there's like one word typo in the description, he'll get hit up about it. If like, you know, the timing doesn't work out and like an ad slips over for like a second of like the show, he'll be like tagged in that tweet immediately. So it's just like,
so it's kind of like he's the captain of your Red Rover team, and they're just sending like fuck ups over, and you guys are just trying to keep the chain strong so that Lewis doesn't hear. It's like, who broke the fucking chain? Which one of you go on the other team? That's it. Fuck
It's
off.
Go to compound. That's it.
Dude, that's a fate worse than death.
Yeah, dude. Actually, you guys, you and Cody have something in common.
Okay, what's that?
You guys both got tattoos for your boys.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what you got tattoos? What you guys call yourself? What was it? The prophets?
Yeah. All right. This is fuck. You guys went deep. Holy
I told you.
shit.
We did a little deep dive. We just been sitting in this garage. I've been chain smoking cigarettes. Rob doesn't smoke. He's slowly dying of lung cancer. I got him.
Yeah.
Your fucking
And-
vape gang.
Yeah.
Vape gang, dude.
I was just smoking actual cigarettes and blowing them in his face. I'm trying to kill him. Secondhand smoke doesn't kill, but I'll make sure it kills Rob.
Hell yeah.
That's my partner.
Let's go, baby.
But yeah. So you have we were looking at, you took off your shirt in one of the interviews, and that's how we discovered your tattoos. You had, what was it?
Oh no, that was on Believe You Me. Yeah. You what was that? Like your friends from boarding school or something?
Yeah. So I went to a rehab for my senior year of high school. I was like a big drinker, big pillhead, like big everything. So yeah, there was like they still.
Congratulations.
Yeah, dude. I fucking got after it early. I quit drinking at 19. But there was like, yeah, this was like, yeah, my senior year of high school. They couldn't send me to like a real rehab, so they sent me to a boarding school, an emotional growth boarding school, that had like a heavy, whatever program for substance abuse. But yeah, so like all my friends there, we were the prophets. There was like 10 of us. We still are, fairly close to this day, even though we're like all spread across the country. And yeah, it's pretty fucking.
Where did the name the prophets stem from? Is there an actual like story behind it, or is it just you guys just all saw each other as the prophets?
Yeah, dude, that'd be fucking dope. No, it was so the Khalil Gibran book, The Prophet. We had all just like, it's a super quick read. It's like maybe like 100 pages, like super simple parables and like short stories. But like we're in a boarding school. There's no drugs, there's no drinking, there's no chicks, like there's nothing else you can do. So we got into like lifting weights and reading, like that was just kind of the thing. I also learned how to play Magic the Gathering there, which is pretty fucking dope.
I've been meaning
what?
to do that. I've been meaning to get on the Magic and Gathering. I'm trying to gather my magic as well.
Mike Figs, comic in New York, like before the pandemic happened, he was like, that was his hustle. He was just running Magic tournaments, and like he was paying his rent off fucking Magic the Gathering, dude. It was pretty.
Pictured like I don't know if you guys have this, but like in our tailgates for Philly, like the Eagles and stuff, you'd have like some homeless dude come up and just do like just Magic, and everyone would gather, but it would be like a fuzzy ball under like a cap. And he let you win the first one. He's like, all right, that's $20, and he give you 20. And then you're like, you want to play again? And if you say no, he's like, oh, you better fucking play again, because the next one is where he wins. And so it's really awkward. You're like, nah, dude, I know how this works. I take my 20. I know you win the next 3, and I lose 160. I know how this Magic Gathering works. It's kind of like that, but instead it's actually like, it seems like the board game itself has some more rules where you don't get robbed.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, there's hundreds of thousands of dollars in prize money, but there's no 3-card Monty. So it's like you do lose something. There was like a fun little Reddit thing where they went around to the Magic the Gathering tournament, like the world tour or whatever, and just every single guy who was hunched over the table with his butt crack hanging out, they took a picture. There was like 1,000 posts by the end of the weekend. Pretty great.
So they're all plumbers.
Oh, dude, they are all fucking dude. I don't know. Like, I feel like a lot of those guys would do really well in the trades. Like if you're a fucking nerd who can figure out like board, like the card game stats, you could definitely figure out like, all right, water goes downhill.
Right? Yeah, they could be. What's that? Guiding. I'm not well educated. I don't know what the canals and such. Whatever. Fuck it. But yeah. They should be put them to fucking work. We
didn't expect you to come here with that genius talk.
Engineers is, I think, what you're looking for. Yeah. I know that because I listened to oral presentations last week.
Oh, shit.
He was talking about the Suez Canal and shit.
Shout out Chris Wood.
Dude, I fucking love that show, dude.
That shit's so sick. But the boarding school, that was like high school years, right?
Yeah, so it was all through junior year I was in like, regular public school, and then that was my senior year of high school, and it was just
But you didn't quit drinking till you were 19, right?
Yeah, so I had like I put together like a year and a half sober at that point. I was like, all right, I can definitely like start drinking again. Started drinking again and quickly fucked my life up. Like
How
within
so?
I mean, so like I was explaining this to somebody this weekend. Like when I start drinking, a steering wheel just shows up in my hand. Like I don't know what it is. Like I'll take your car, you know, like I'll find a way. I've stolen people's keys before. Like I just fucking love drinking and driving so much.
Hey,
Like it's my favorite thing to do.
yo, chalk us up to two similarities. I'm currently sitting on my second DUI.
Dude, you are too young to have two. How'd you get caught so easily?
I like to make it obvious.
Yeah,
I crash into trees. I do it right in front of them, so it's like, all right. I basically pull over for them, and they're like, all right, get in
You
the
get like
car.
a fucking pull over, like I'm in a tree. I'm in an oak tree.
Yeah, I was. That's me pulling over. I'm like, I thought I heard your ambulances or whatever. They're like, what the fuck are you even talking about? I'm like, I don't know. There's 3 empty 30s in my back seat. Figure it out, guys. Why do you need to actually hear my answer? You know I'm drinking and driving. This is at this point you're just trying to get a headline on cops, so you try to make the fucking the
engineer.
the engineer.
So
Trying to make the fucking engineer.
I do remember like one time I was coming out of a blackout, and I just boom, like go over the curb, and I just see a tree in front of me, hit the tree dead on. My car wasn't that badly fucked up, so I had to stand on the driver's seat and like kick the shifter into neutral. Then I put my back on the tree and my feet on the front of the car, and I just pushed it off the tree and then drove it home on a rim.
Oh my God! See, I would have done the same thing if possible. I was already knocked unconscious by the tree. I woke up to the neighbors coming out. I'm like, oh my God, are you all right? I'm like, it's fine. I'm just going to drive it off. I could have literally rolled down my window and slapped the tree. That's how hard I hit it. Like, I was surrounded. Me and that tree were fucking, dude. In that moment, we were one, dude. I was one with nature, and I was also one with the law later.
Trees we fucked.
Trees, dude. Watch out for them. If you're driving, dude, keep your eyes peeled for trees.
Dude, they come out of nowhere.
Especially if you plan on doing a little off-roading. Just a little bit. That's all it takes. It's just a half a second of off-roading, boom, tree.
Well, the thing about me with drunk driving is I'm fucking dope at it, dude.
Yeah, I've been saying that.
I'm so good.
You'll get a DUI on your way home tonight. I guarantee that. That's literally what I said every day I got one. It was like, dude, they can't get me. I'm the gingerbread man, dude. Like,
yeah, dude, why are you talking about your perfect game in the 8th inning, you dummy?
Fair. Nah, this is 5th inning, dude. I'm in this for the long haul, dude. I'm going to be like 70 and be like, I still got it.
I have a little bit of faith you can just naturally grow out of it by your 30s, but no.
Yeah, I have one more year to see if I grow out of it. But I've been telling him, like, well, you learned your lesson, right? I'm like, well, I said that the first DUI. So honestly, I really don't feel confident saying I won't get another. I think number 3 is really where I'm going to peak.
So can you drive yet, or you got like the thing in your car?
Oh, yeah, dude. I got the breathalyzer in my car. I'm not even allowed to drive yet, and I still have it in my car. And I'm an exterminator, so I got to, I have a driver now, and I have to, constantly blow into that thing. I have 10 customers a day, so I'm just blowing that's part of my job now. I'm just, constantly out of breath.
Wait, so you have to take your car that somebody else has to drive, but you have to blow in it?
Yes. It's, I got my DUI the first day they made the new laws, and they which worked out because they usually second DUI is mandatory 2 years license suspended. I only got one. But
not only that, but he got it the second DUI almost 10 years after the first one.
Yeah, it was
after
9 years, 9 years and a half.
Yeah, 9.5 years, and after 10 years, the first one
off the record.
Off.
Holy shit!
I was right there. I was doing my math was off. I was like, well, because I was drunk. So I'm like, I think I'm good at this. It's my first DUI all over again.
Well, as we said before, we never claimed to be engineers. You know?
That's the one thing. If you learn anything from this cast, not engineers.
No. Oh, you got a Drexel shirt on. What is that all about? You have to be fucking. You're smarter than me.
I'm all right. I'm going for marketing, which is like.
Oh, you're still in.
Yeah.
He doesn't even go to Drexel. He just bought the shirt. That's how smart he is.
That'll be pretty rad.
It's a smart move.
But yeah, I mean, going to school for marketing, it's like so much shit that you can just learn like on your own. Like in class, like, all right, so you're gonna want to post to Instagram. You know, like people love that. But yeah, now we're just doing classes all night. Actually, Cody attended class today. I just went to my Zoom class and just hit mute. We just docked.
Yeah, while we just dug dirt up on you.
Wait, you jocked? I don't
Yeah, that's part of the class. We just have to mush our penises together.
know a lot, dude. That's a tough class. I think I would take the F.
No, well, that's their slogan. Ambition can't wait. Yeah. I don't plan to.
It's really hard to dock when 2 people are circumcised. Just by
Hey
the
man,
way.
when there's a will, there's a way.
Absolutely.
Oh,
I have
yes.
it in my will. Everyone dock me at my funeral.
Maybe we are engineers.
You have to lay face first on my casket. Just speaking of casket, you got one in the right behind you there.
Oh yeah, that looks like. Is that
Is that actually a casket?
Yeah.
Is there a body in there?
No, there's like Funko Pops and fucking a Mickey Mouse. Yeah, Corinne's got.
Dude, that's actually pretty dark because the first time I ever did a salvia, and the only time because that drug is fucking horrible, but it was just legal. The first time I saw it, when it actually worked, I smoked it. I went face first into a couch, and I just was in a different universe, and my life was a storybook, and the pages were ending, which was my life, and it was just Mickey Mouse in the background the entire time going, "Ha ha, you're gonna die." Ha ha. I was like, this drug is awful.
He has a
man.
fucking swastika.
No, I couldn't hear him. He was just my conscience speaking for me. He's like, "Ha ha! You didn't think the last page would turn, did you?" I'm like, no, Mickey, no.
Salvia rules.
Oh,
That I was stuck in cartoon world for like 2 hours.
Well, Salvia tripped me out because the first hit I took on the exhale, I felt it, which was insane. Like it hit me.
It literally says
super
like
quick.
on the packaging, "Do not smoke on balconies." And I was on a balcony when I hit it, and I was like, "Oh no!" And I just like tunnel vision, like goosh, 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 to the door. I'm like, "No, I gotta get in. I gotta get in before I jump off."
Caution may be sick.
You probably They should just put that on the list. You probably can fly. Give it a shot. We don't know. Anything can happen. That was basically their logos. And they're like, "Why?" And someone was like, "Why is this legal?" And they're like, "You're right. It's
Don't
not."
smoke if you're a fucking nerd.
Have some stellar wings, if so.
But dude, I do like this. You're in the middle of a spread eagle right now. Look, it looks like this is
There's one
a
lady.
mural.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I realized that was Corinne. I thought it was like Robert Plant for a second, like a quick.
I thought it was me. I'm like, hell yeah, dude. I have the same leggings, dude.
You couldn't pull up blue lipstick like that.
You're right, man. I just can't.
Dude, that reminds me of fucking last time I smoked DMT. It was actually at your roast.
Yeah, no, it's funny because I was smelling burnt plastic all over the place. I'm like, someone's blasting off.
So fucking so I come upstairs, Tom just hands me or somebody hands me hands me a pipe. I was like, yeah. I asked him, "Oh yeah, is that weed? Can I like hit that or whatever?" I take like one like giant rip, I blow it out. I'm like, "Dude, why does this taste like DMT?"
Oh no.
He's like, "I've got more. Do you want some?"
You want to really give it a shot or what?
Like, this is not how you give someone DMT, you fucking buffoon.
I guess you kind of got toast. What's up with you guys?
Yeah, dude. We party. We party.
No, I did tell my one buddy, like, I don't want to do DMT, but I'm like, if you could trick me into doing it, go for it. But every time he hands me anything, I'm like, no, I will not smoke. I'm trying very hard. I'm playing a good, strong defense.
I like it.
But also, the goalie is also pulled.
So I went downstairs and I was like, because I'm not just gonna take one hit of DMT and then just not do more DMT. Like, that's crazy to me. So
Right. You're in the
obviously,
pocket.
yeah, just went downstairs, did way more, and I don't know. I was on another planet, like floating throughout the solar system. Then all of a sudden, Kyle's just like, "Yeah, are you okay?" I'm like, "What the fuck is going on here?" Like, that was my Mickey Mouse telling me I was about to die. You know what I mean?
That's got to be wild too, like, because it was a show too, just being on DMT and like fans come up.
What's Lewis like? Yeah, just trying to keep your shit together.
No, this is end of the night. I was done like addressing people at that point. You know what I mean? It was like,
Right. Yeah.
I'm
You're
done.
like, time to let loose.
Yeah. I was like, I just wanted to smoke a bit and then hit the road with Nico and get out of there. And it turned into way more. But thankfully I was able to just tuck away into that one room and then fucking be out. It's great.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. I was at like a festival, and they have DMT cartridges now. I don't know.
Oh yeah, they do.
Which is the most terrifying thing I've ever heard of, because they were like, I was sitting around in a circle and everyone was passing around like the pen for just like, I thought it was just weed, and one of them was weed, and then this girl holds one to my mouth, so I start hitting it and I just taste burnt plastic, so I spit it out without like inhaling. I'm like, yeah, what the fuck? She's like, I just want you to come here with me. I'm like, I don't want to go anywhere with you. I don't. Who the fuck are you? Why are you giving me DMT?
You literally just said, if somebody tricks me into doing DMT, I'm down. How's it going to be in your mouth? And you'd be like, nah, I'm good.
No, but this also goes back to the perfect imperfections, where I'm like, no, this wasn't done properly. This wasn't done by my boy. This was done by a random stranger. This isn't cool. I don't like that.
Yeah. I guess
Okay.
it is just like, like losing your virginity. It's like, I want to love you.
Sorry,
First
Rob. I
time.
couldn't.
Wait, can you hear me now?
Barely.
Really?
Yeah, now I can hear you fine.
Okay. One sec. How about that?
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, baby. Well, I'm just gonna let that one slide because it wasn't good. So
Thank God, no.
that's sick.
Oh man. All right, so let's go back to the tattoo. So everybody's got one of these the prophets.
Yeah, so everybody got like a different like weird little, I don't know, like my buddy Juan has like it looks like a certified stamp. You know what I mean? Like where it's like
Yeah.
certified fresh beef, just says prophet. Mine's in medieval German. My buddy Zach got like a Lord of the Rings style font, and like in like so it's like PROPHET forming like a little ring.
Yeah, middle girth.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah, just everybody got different things. For a lot of guys, it was like their first tattoo.
Was it all like homemade stick and pokes, or is it, you guys go out to like a?
No,
So that
I still haven't submitted to a stick and poke yet. Like I've seen enough of them done in front of me where I'm just like, man, like that's definitely, I don't know. I'm somebody who's very easily influenced, and that's one where it's like, if I was gonna do it, I'd have one by now. No.
Right. Yeah, I think you're all right. I think you probably reached the cutoff for stick and pokes. The only thing you are in danger of is a friend with a tattoo gun, which is what I've fallen into.
Yeah, that'd be an issue.
The tattoo, because that's where I got real drunk, and then I ended up with KGB on the pinky there, and I didn't know that's what my neighborhood. We all live in Kings Grant. I got this when I was 17, 18. Had no idea what KGB actually stood for. So we all
how bad hand tattoos are.
yeah, the combination of the two hasn't been fun for when I get arrested. They're like, "What the fuck is this? Are you in the Russian CIA?" I'm like, "Do I look like I'm in the Russian CIA?" Like, yeah, but
to be fair, that is what a Russian CIA member would say.
that's also what I would say. I'm like, I know this is probably what they would say.
but also they wouldn't say it in that voice.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Well, the thing is, like, do a Russian accent. I can't. So I was like, oi. This guy checks. Just put him in jail, the normal jail.
Yeah, dude, my sister actually got a tattoo. Like, she thought it was just like a phoenix kind of thing, but it's all filled in black, and it's just like a sign of like the imperialists. Like, it's like,
wait, what?
Like, it's kind of like a Nazi bird almost.
Yeah, my one buddy, the ones that gives me all the tattoos, because he's got the tattoo gun, they all got one of those birds because they're super German.
Damn.
Sorry, now I'm just looking up. I just looked up Nazi bird, and I think I know it kind of looks like you ever remember like a Blue Falcon?
Yeah,
Like Hanna-Barbera cartoon. We were kids, like his little mascot.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
That's the guy. That's the bird.
That's sick that the Nazis had a state bird. I wonder what their flower
The
is.
state was racism.
I want to see if there's a Nazi flower.
Yeah, so I've been meaning to get more KGB tattoos at this point, just all over my body, just to add to the mystery. Like, wait, you're not in the KGB, but then why do you have? I'm just gonna get straight up like Russian CIA tattoos and like all those things, just because at this point, why not?
Like fucking hammers and sickles and
yeah, just
fucking Russian stars.
yeah, just like so. From now on, they're like, wait, seriously, you're not like, yeah, nah, just like, I didn't realize, I had no idea. Just play the dumb guy card.
I found the Nazi flower, dude. Check this out.
Okay.
Ooh,
Look at that.
it's beautiful. Looks kind of like
It
the
is-
Falcon in a sense.
It is very Aryan.
Mm-hmm.
Because weren't they about the blue eyes, blonde hair, blue eyes?
Yeah, I guess they would burn that flower though. That thing's way too beautiful.
Oh, so this is cool. It's the blue. It's the cornflower, right?
Okay.
And the current Alternative for Germany Party, AFD, aka the far right, has adopted that as their secret Nazi symbol.
All right, so I think I figured out my next tattoo.
Brother, I didn't know Nazis were trying to make a comeback in Germany. That's pretty tight, dude.
That is kind of like you're trying to steal home, you know? That's
But you know, there's gonna be like hipsters about it. Like, oh yeah, I like their old stuff.
They're just,
hipster Nazis.
They really haven't been the same since their first album.
They have no, but they imagine this. They still have like the Hitler mustache, but they have the killy like the curls that come like straight from it though. Like they don't go so. Like, you know how they have like the pirates one all the way to the outside of the lips.
Oh fuck yeah.
They just have the Hitler mustache and the killy cues coming right from the Hitler stash. Goes
dude,
right
all the fucking camp tattoos are done by 23-year-old fucking blonde chicks doing stick and pokes.
with dyslexia.
That's cute. I'm actually number 18. Actually, we bake this bread in the same ovens.
We recently were trying to do an ad for this new like podcasting thing called Stereo, and we talked about Jews on it. Me and Rob are both Jews, but apparently we were comparing like, who would win in a fight.
Oh,
T-Rex.
actually, sorry, by the way, we didn't ask you. Is that cool?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Sorry, continue.
You know where I work, motherfucker.
Yeah. Is it okay if we mention Jews and T-Rexes? We didn't know we knew where we stood on the Jews. T-Rexes is kind of a touchy issue now.
Yeah, T-Rexes can eat.
But
dirt.
yeah, we were riffing on just T-Rexes versus Jews, and that got casted out of the commercial. So apparently,
I don't know, dude. Jews invented the fucking nuke. I feel like nukes beat dinosaurs.
Jews invented nukes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
guess-
Einstein was
Nukes?
working on nukes.
Einstein was a Jew, right?
Jukes.
Jukes, dude.
Jukes?
That sounds like a
Jukes.
sweet fucking N1 show.
That's the name of the episode.
There we go.
Yo, I just broke this guy's ankles with a juke. So what did you do? I threw little tiny bombs at his feet. You know those old little things that you throw, like those crackers you throw at people's feet? It's that, but at a molecular level. Just
Fuck
like
yeah.
tiny little explosions that will disintegrate your ankles.
Damn.
Technology, man.
I guess we do come from a long line of engineers. Fucking
That's why we're so good at it now.
fuck
Flip
yeah,
flop.
baby.
Dude, flip flop. We're great at engineering now. That's how it goes.
But damn, I didn't know that Jews invent nukes. My dad was in the Air Force, and that was his job, guarding the Jukes.
Yeah.
Did he do a good job, or was he the reason why Iraq has so many?
Nah, dude, he had one standoff, that was it, and then he said the rest was chill. He was just like,
I just picture your dad sitting on a couch in front of, hey, oh, you know, it's like, hey, get the fuck away.
because he was stationed in London, and like it wasn't during a wartime, so most of like his stories from that is like, yeah, Aerosmith came.
Reaping all the benefits of these sweet concerts.
I had a girlfriend there. It was just like he just it was after college too, so no homework, dude.
Yeah. Well,
One standoff, no homework. That rules.
Wait, did your dad join the Air Force as a fucking officer?
No, I don't think so.
Wait, so he graduated college, then went in as an enlisted man? What is wrong?
Fuck. I got the order mixed up. He went to the Air Force so he could go to college.
Okay, yeah, that makes all the sense.
Yeah.
That'd be cool if he got caught on one of those commercials. Like, they don't have any ads for that, like the Army, the Go Armies. Where it's like, yo, we got some sweet concerts. Like, because they're not really trying to enlist a lot of hippies or people that like music. So it has a bad advertisement. Like, you like music, then you're probably gonna suck at the army.
It is weird. They try and kind of lure you in with your interests because my one buddy from high school, he was in the Marines, and one thing he had to do was get like a list together of potential recruits. So he was like, hey man, like, you don't have to join the Marines, obviously, but it would help me out if I could just put you on this list.
It's like a pyramid scheme, like you're trying to sell like makeup and shit.
He's like, listen, we're selling these energy drinks. You don't have to sell them, but just get more recruits.
At least buy them, or at least shoot at least one person, please.
In a way. But yeah, so this guy called me, and he's like, hey man, like, I was just wondering, like, if this was something you're into, like, tell me about you, man. Tell me about you. And I'm like, well,
my favorite movie's Full Metal Jacket.
And he's like, perfect.
I love the part when the one dude shoots his general. My favorite part of the movie.
That's gonna be you, dude.
It's like, all right, we have a spot for you.
But I was like, I'm in the music, and he's like, you're in the music? We have a military band. And I was like, cool. And he's like, hey, Rob, it's been a pleasure talking to you. Just a quick question. Do you take any like medications? I was like, yeah, I take medication for ADD and like depression. And he's like, all right, bye. Just hung up immediately. Just like the act was over. He's like, we can't put iron in you or lead in you. He's like, see ya.
He's like, oh, this guy's useless.
That was crazy, dude. They really trying to entice you like that.
So it's like Mark Henley brought this up actually the other day. He's like Godsmack, the band just fucking they went and took like footage of like Navy SEALs doing shit and just made it Godsmack videos. And it's like those were Marine recruitment videos for like 5 years. It would just be like, stand low, and then like fucking Marines just going and lighting up people who didn't look like you. And it's like, yeah, 9/11 did suck. Like,
Yeah.
I want to go kill some fucking terrorists.
It's like at the end of that one movie. What's the one movie with Mark Wahlberg and all them? Where they
Pain
really.
and Gain?
What's that?
Pain and Gain?
No, he's like a
Oh,
Navy.
Lone Survivor?
Yeah, the lone survivor. Like after the movie, like after all the credits rolls, like join the Navy or join the Marines. Just like, oh, this whole movie was an ad.
Hell yeah.
And I stand alone.
Dude, that was definitely the case for the Owen Wilson vehicle behind enemy lines.
Yes.
Trying to think, there was that one, what was it, Act of Valor, which actually starred real Navy SEALs. Like, the DOJ is definitely just sending money to Hollywood, being like, yeah, make us look fucking cool.
Yeah. Yo, fucking The Simpsons had like an episode geared to that where they're like
They have a poo just getting his legs blown off.
Apparently Apu is now named Mike in the show. They're like,
Yeah, the problem with Apu is that he can't wipe his own ass anymore.
they took away his bidet, dude.
And then they just have a yellow Jon Stewart fighting on behalf of a poo.
No, Jon Stewart is just clear. Yeah, man. They have the Simpsons have an episode where they like they show like how much like they try to like target younger people and like just like with manipulation and
well, they do that with they did that with cigarettes, like the candy cigarettes, but you can't do like candy war, I guess.
right.
Well,
I
I guess
guess candy cigarettes and also the Camel guy,
Yeah.
Mr. Cool.
Dude, G.I. Joes. Like, we've been indoctrinated on that shit from a very young age to be like, yeah, the military's the shit.
Yeah.
True.
You know what's crazy? Because I actually just went to an arcade and guess I got a bunch of tickets. So guess what? I got like 50 of those dudes that you throw in when they have the parachutes attached to them.
Oh, yeah, dude, little parachute guys.
Yeah, I got like 50 of them. I've been throwing them off my roof once a day. My mom was like, can you pick all these fucking things? I live in a bunk bed in my mom's garage.
Dude. That's the saddest thing I've ever heard.
No, dude, it gets so much weird. So today we got our windows replaced. So like literally they go into my room, they tell my mom like, all right, do you want us to replace the 10-year-old's room? She's like, which 10-year-old's room? It's like, the one with the bunk beds. Like, no, it's my 29-year-old son's room. I'm like, God damn it. Not only that, but it rained today, so I was done work early. So it looked like I didn't work at all. I just came back. I'm like, and my mom's like, there's chicken in the fridge. I'm like, shut up. You're making me look like such a fucking piece of shit in front of these dudes that are like, I'm wearing pajamas, watching Parks and Rec and shit. These guys are just like lugging in big windows. I'm like, should I just like help? Because I feel like a scumbag right now.
Mom, you
Don't
took
forget
my
to pick up your
toys.
guys. Don't forget to pick up your parachute guys from around the yard.
Yeah. And I'm just throwing them out the empty windows because there's no windows in our house right now. Like, look how spooky this is.
If a grown man had to ask you to move out of the way while you're throwing parachute guys so we could install a window.
It's kind of a little bit emasculating, a little bit, especially. But the cool
That dude
thing,
definitely thinks like you're mentally challenged.
oh, for sure.
It's like that's so sweet that they still take care of him.
But yeah, and that's kind of how it is. But also, you can hear like South Park blaring from my room when I was trying to cover up me masturbating. And just like I was also, as soon as I was done, I decided to blare Eric Clapton here in heaven, just because all the windows in my house were meant to just, like,
Wait,
all,
but at the same time, Eric Clapton and South Park.
well, no, I
Like,
was
is
done,
this kid having a fucking fever dream?
yeah,
up there?
basically, I just wanted to like hearing because Eric Clapton's kid fell out of a window.
Ah,
So
right.
I just wanted to kind of like, yo, you're doing God's work. Make sure these windows are secure.
If
So
only
no
it
baby,
was,
so no baby does like one of those scuba divers out, like when you go, whoop, just dive off the back.
dude. If only his son had one of those like army parachutes.
Yeah, that's a lesson to be learned. If you got a baby, you're gonna put him on the edge of a window. Give him one of those like 5 of those parachute guys. Just hold on to. Like, and hope that there's a bush at the bottom.
Pamper makes parachutes.
That's right. Paper parachutes. If you're gonna drop your baby, are you Michael Jackson? Are you Eric Clapton? You're gonna love these hugs.
God
How
damn.
many of those like toy parachutes do you think it would take to save a baby?
The less the better, because those are definitely choking hazards. So all they need is one. All they need is one. But in a more, I guess it would probably need 1,000.
Yeah, you need a lot.
1,000? No way.
1,000, and you'd have to drop the bait. You'd have to you'd have to like ease them into it. You'd have to get some momentum so they don't get tangled.
Oh yeah, that would be a nightmare. But I mean, we'll try it out.
Dude, I'm gonna stop pulling out so we can figure that. Give me 9 months and some change, and I'll get back to you.
We'll have you back on.
Yeah. It'll just be Eric Clapton playing like, yeah. So we lost another one to bad parents with Butterfingers. Oh, we could make a good Butterfingers commercial out of that.
Oh, true. Whoopsie daisy.
Instead of like the Snickers, like, are you hungry? I was about to do a slap in the, no, you like, just have a Snickers. It's like, did you drop your baby? Butterfinger.
What's their slogan? Is it get your fingers off my Butterfinger?
Don't lay a finger on my Butterfinger, I think.
Don't lay a finger on my Butterfinger. Damn. But what happened to Butterfingers, dude? No one fucks with those.
Nobody
anymore.
better lay a finger on my Butterfinger. My bad.
Gotcha.
My Butterfingers stop because you eat them and they're still in your mouth. They don't go anywhere. You can't swallow a Butterfinger. You chew and it's now your teeth.
Dude, that shit gets sticky, baby.
You just gotta swallow it whole, dude, like a tiger shark.
That'd be kind of funny. Just a fucking like a guy who's like, "Oh my god, your baby just died." It's like, but he's just still smiling. Like
Got chocolate all over his mouth.
He's just like.
You just see red and blue lights, and he's just oh, dude. But Butterfinger kind of sounds like a girl who's hot besides her fingers. She's a real Butterfinger.
It sounds so horrible.
Yeah, she's like that is Megan Fox, honestly. She is a Butterfinger.
No, her finger's so hot, man. I'm glad we're talking about them finally.
Wait, you like the toe thumb?
No, the toe thumbs act. No,
Dude,
I forgot about that.
It's horrifying. Like,
Yeah.
she's so hot, but that definitely is a Butterfinger.
Yeah, I feel like when she goes to grab a dick, she accidentally bends it every time.
That's just- whoop. That would actually make she's like the best at hand jobs because she's always just like, oh, nope.
she's got like just a pure grip on the base of it.
Oh, that's beautiful, man. R.I.P. Megan Fox.
Hopefully, we could get her on this cast again,
Hopefully, baby.
even though she fell out of a window while she was a baby.
But damn, that looks like a sick pad.
It's not bad, dude. It's got 2 floors. It's got a backyard. It's got this
2 floors
Yeah,
Like
dude.
in the same room.
in the city. That's like insane.
Yeah, so I mean, technically it's in the same. It's a box. You know what I mean? Like every apartment is, but it's got insanely high ceilings and it's got like stairs to another level. So I'm gonna call it 2 floors.
There you go.
Hell yeah, dude.
But
That-
dude,
Are you from New York? Where are you from?
I grew up in Westchester County, yeah, so just outside of the city.
Oh, cool. I used to be in a band that was close to there, because that county has like White Plains, right?
Yeah.
I was in like a town called Mayapack.
Okay.
I don't know
Yeah,
if you
I'm
heard of that place. Yeah, it's just like a bunch of lakes and shit.
It's
It
not
gets
bad, dude.
super beautiful up there. It was like super close to Connecticut, like 15 minutes from Connecticut.
Yep. Yeah, dude, that was so yeah, I mean like Westchester is such a massive county where it's like there is like that where it kind of feels like the boonies where it's just all lakes and trees and like all that shit. And then there like is like 2 or 3 like kind of legit cities there.
Yeah. I remember shouts out Danbury Mall. I don't know if you've been there.
Oh yeah.
Sick mall.
Fucking wasted a
Shout
lot
out,
of
you just shout out them all.
Yeah, and Frank Pepe's.
I didn't even malls were still doing it.
Yeah, there's like there's a few select malls that are still like kind of crushing. I mean, not right now, but have you ever had Frank Pepe's?
Oh yeah, dude. It's fucking for me it was Pepe's versus Johnny's. Johnny's in Mount Vernon was like that was my shit. Like they make 2 very similar styles of pizza.
Yeah, Pepe's is weird because they just cut it into a bunch of squares.
Do
Right?
they?
I think so.
So I've had like the classic just like 8-slice Pepe's cut. I think their thing is just they make it super thin, but I think they do have one where it's just like an oversized pizza where it's like a bunch of the tiny little square cuts.
Yeah, I mean, pizza is fire up there. I think a lot of when they think New York pizza, they think the city, but upstate is fucking flames. And,
No, it's not
and the delis are nuts.
bad. Mm-hmm.
Because like here, like we have some delis, but it's mostly like Wawas and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you guys also like I don't know, for convenience sake, you can't beat a Wawa. And for like, it's mad late and I just want like a sandwich that's going to make me happy. Like you can get a cheesesteak on literally any corner in that city. So nice.
True. And what's weird is I was confused as shit when people would order a sandwich, but they're like wedge. I was like, what the fuck is a wedge?
Yeah, dude.
So a wedge is just basically like a full hoagie, like bread wise. And then a roll is like an actual like circular roll.
Yeah, Kaiser roll.
like a
Kaiser roll, yeah.
Kaiser roll hoagie
Well, you can
sub.
Yeah. A roll hoagie?
Dude, you just put my mind. What?
Why are you making your fucking hoagies weird?
Why are they round? You don't get it. Actually, no. We do have Donkey's cheesesteaks in like right down the street from me, and that's a cheesesteak on a Kaiser.
Yeah?
Yeah. No, that's new. That's Camden, New Jersey, and we have one in Marlton as well, right on the cusp of Medford. And yeah, it's just like the one place. It's one of the top of the line cheesesteaks that you get around in New Jersey. And then we have like a bunch of places that mimic the Philadelphia cheesesteak and such. But yeah, you have to go in the Philly for the real deal. But Donkey's is kind of a close. Like it's a different type of cheesesteak. But you know what you're getting yourself into. They're good.
Yeah.
I now promote Donkey's, dude. Dude, it's weird because I don't know why, but the Donkeys near me, they always backed Oscar de la Hoya. I was trying to figure out why. I'm like, was he known as the Donkey or some shit? He just had life-size things of him with donkey masks on him and shit.
You just love food, dude. Couldn't get enough of the stuff.
Is it like a Mexican spot? Like, I feel like he was the #1 Mexican boxer for a while, no?
Maybe this is technically a Mexican cheesesteak. I don't know. I really don't think it is, but they went for it,
I don't know, dude. That guy is like, there's issues there, right? Like, he's been out of the game since 2008, 2009, something like that. He wants to come back in 2020 to fight fucking like he wants to fight Canelo. What?
Yeah.
You were promoting, like, he literally wants to run back the Mayweather feud a decade plus later. Like,
Right.
and like, we've already, like, everybody's seen you in fucking fishnets and high heels. Like, what are you doing?
Wait, he was in fishnet. I don't know.
You've never seen this?
No.
Bro, it's not.
Actually, on second thought, that might have been why they had him up there.
Here,
He
I'll
might
let
have
you.
just been showing off. Hey, we serve transvestites here.
You can share the screen if you want.
Yeah, I'm
If you're
trying to
pulling
find
something
this.
up.
There we go. Here's our guy. This is. All right. Share screen.
Yeah, you got to paint over the guy behind you to make him Oscar de la Hoya.
No, there's not.
What?
bro. It's,
He's got the back.
Damn.
You imagine getting your ass.
I like the Daily Mail one. It was me.
This is more fascinating than the callbacks or like just the videos or just seeing the progression of Goldberg from Mighty Ducks. This is a little bit. It's a different. It's a different shade of it. But man, the places you'll go.
But the fact that he has the gloves on makes me think it's a goof.
I don't know. Maybe he's trying to just.
You know what I mean? Because he's like posing with the glove. Like, why would you have boxing gloves on with that?
He's probably on a bunch of salvia.
like the boxing gloves are what you have an issue with in that photo?
No, but like it doesn't make me. It makes me think it's less embarrassing because it seems like an intentional goof. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. You put on like 3 layers of women's undergarments and then throw on some boxing gloves to be like, oh yeah, we're having fun, guys. Like, what?
I think he was testing out. You know how like some boxers they have like shorts for their aerodynamicness. I feel like he might have just been testing one of those out. It's like not only that, but like it takes like a little bit of the sting out of the punches. You know, like, he's viewing it from a purely like advantage in a fight. Like,
Dude, that would be sick if he came back at 44 years old and just started fighting guys while wearing panties and fishnets.
I think Mike Tyson would pull that off better.
Dude, that would be sick. Tyson versus De La Hoya in a bra and panties match?
Oh, dude, and he would
boxing, dude. At its fine.
He would have to like pick out a boxer that he think is possibly gay, because then, but he's not out, because then this dude's for sure getting hard. and then you're getting your first public gay boner in the middle of a fight.
Dude, like that is your coming out party.
Yeah, and then you're just getting socked.
Your family didn't know. Oh, plus all your blood is racing to your dick. Try to defend this jab.
yeah. He's trying. He starts bleeding red. He's like, it's a gender reveal. He's neutral. I don't know what red is.
Damn.
This baby will bleed. That's all we know.
Damn, that would be tight. R.I.P. Oscar De La Hoya.
Is everyone dead to you?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I'm just tossing out RIPs.
Speaking of fighting, man, we hear you like to hang on to a pair of brass knuckies.
Bro.
What's that? Where do these knuckies lie? Are you just like pockets full of knucks?
No, those lie in a, I'm assuming in police evidence somewhere in Queens right now.
Is that where you're taking the flight out of? Was it out of New York?
Bro, I was out of, I was going out of JFK, I think it was. And like,
but
it
were
was
you
funny.
like going for like your dad's birthday or something?
Yeah, so I was flying down to South Carolina. My family lives in South Carolina, which is where I spent like the whole quarantine. They live down there. So I was heading down there. I was doing BYM notes in the car, just like getting everything ready to go because I was gonna have to do the show. I might have even had to have missed like the first half hour of the show based on when we were supposed to be recording, right? Like, so I wanted to make sure that these notes were out before I got in the air. I was homeless at the time. So, like, I just had all my stuff in, like, one duffel bag. You know what I mean? Like,
wait a minute. How homeless are we talking here?
no, like homeless. Like,
like living on the streets?
Yeah. So, like,
yeah.
I had a membership to Blink Fitness. So I could, like, shower every day at the gym right around the corner from the studio.
That's high-class homeless.
Yeah, dude. I would leave. Typically, like, Ralph wouldn't get mad at me. I would just leave, like, my duffel bag full of clothes in the studio and then, like, come in, fucking, like, grab a change of clothes, go to, like, hit the shower, and then, bounce around throughout the day. A lot of the daytime would be spent sleeping. Like, if I could, like, if I didn't have a show to record, it would be, like, go to a park, like, get some sleep or whatever, and then just try to stay out all night. Like, I ended up, me and Chris from Brooklyn became really good friends because Brooklyn would just always be like, yeah, I'll go for another beer. You know what I mean? And like next thing I know, it's 4:30 in the morning. The bars are closing up, and I only have 2 hours to wait until the sun comes up again. And Ralph won't be that mad if I show up in the fucking gas digital garden. Like,
Damn, man, that's wild.
Yeah, there was a fair bit of that. There was like obviously some couch surfing in there and dog sitting and house sitting. Like, you know, I ended up on like Rover and WAG and all those things. Like literally taking dog sitting jobs just to have a place to live. And like,
so you're living like a very more realistic version of crashing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like what it actually would be like.
Yeah. Like when you're going house to house, it's not Bill Burr. It's just some fucking other homeless guy. It's like, you could share my park bench with me.
Yeah, they'll let you sleep on a bench and then get yelled at by a pissed Puerto Rican.
No, it's like, here's the thing. Like it would be,
That's making it.
what's frustrating about it is I would be staying at apartments that were very similar to the apartments in Crashing, but they would be like, you know, open micers or road features. Like the guys in Crashing, like it's like Artie Lang has a fucking dope house in Jersey. Like he's not
He's not inviting you over.
Yeah, he's not inviting me over. He did buy me a slice of pizza once, which I really
That's
appreciate.
sick.
Yeah. I fucking he happened to be at
It's like, sleep, roll yourself up in this slice.
this is one of the coolest things. Like my first like 3 months of working at Gas Digital, he fucking Artie Lang just shows up, does a guest set, like his like first or second set back out of rehab after Roastmasters one day. So like we had just done a full Roastmaster show. Artie gets up, does like 20 minutes, fucking murders, and then was just chilling for like, I don't know, an hour after. I went up to him, I was like, dude, fucking Beer League is my favorite movie when I was a kid, dude. He's like, yeah, come get a slice of pizza with me, kid. And he started telling me about like how like the whole thing was mob financed and like all this crazy shit. It was pretty funny.
Oh yeah,
That's sick.
I feel like he has like a fairly, not the same background, but similar Jersey background as like Joey Diaz. Like North Jersey dudes, kind of was like around shit. Joey Diaz was more like involved in it. He fucking kidnapped the dude, for God's sakes. But
Yeah, you know, like they'll have family who are involved in the karting business. You know what I mean? Like shit like that. Definitely, like that checks out.
All right, yeah. So back to the story. You're homeless. You're about to get on this flight.
Sure. So yeah, all my stuff is just on me. And I was excited. I was like, oh, I'm gonna do like all my laundry when I go. So I literally just had everything. I'm going through, and you know, the lady pulls me over to the side, and she's like, all right, like I'll look through this bag, and I'm like, all right, whatever. Like I know there's no fucking shampoo in there or whatever. So like what? And
I can't afford it. I'm homeless.
yeah, dude, fucking, I was getting all my shampoo from the fucking like dispenser at Blink Fitness.
Just running out of like pizza shops with your hands full, like.
But yeah, so they fucking open up the thing and they find the fucking brass knuckles, and I was like, I didn't even know those were in there. You can just throw those out. And they're like, no, we can't. Like this is felony.
That's like if they just found like a bunch of heroin, like, you can just toss that on the side.
Pretty much. That's how I was treating it. So I was like, in my mind, I bought those things when I was 19 years old, living in Florida. Like they were 3 sizes too big for my knuckles. Like I would never actually use those in a fight. Like they just were in my bag because I never got rid of them over the course of 10 years, you know? So yeah, they brought me in. They fucking like, you know, cut the string on my shorts, like so I didn't kill myself. Told me, yeah, we'll get you out of here in time to make the next flight. You know, and then I came back. I had a warrant, so I had to go to central booking, and it was just a day-long nightmare. Missed my flight entirely, but I did make the recording of Believing Me that night. So you know, it's pretty good.
Professional, baby.
Yeah.
Always.
Hell yeah.
Damn. So what happens in central booking? Like basically they like get your shit down. Did you have to take a mugshot?
Yeah. So they, I'm trying to remember. I don't think I had to take a mugshot actually. I think it was, so actually I had to take a mugshot when I went to the precinct. Yeah. So I go to the precinct. That was like the precinct inside the airport. So they bring me in, do that. They leave me sitting there for like 3 or 4 hours, and then they bring me in like the big van to central booking. The guy who I was in there with told me he was an Uber driver who just got caught like waiting to pick people up. So they just fucking arrested him, impounded his car, and fucking drags him to central booking. Like,
Yeah, so you can't do that. You can't wait for people.
I guess not. Like, I guess it's illegal. But like whatever it was, like that's what he was in for. So
Okay, the original story we were listening to on the other podcast, and they kind of cut you off after you're like, right before you're about to explain what a legal Uber driver is. I'm like, so just a kidnapper, right? Like just some dude kidnapping people you're with, and he just goes by like, we prefer illegal Ubers actually.
unlawful means of conveyance.
He seems like a nice guy, though. He just wants to give people rides from where they're going, point A to point B. And you're like, I just got brass knuckles just in case.
Yeah, just like
People were in the brass.
it's insane that I was being lumped in with this guy. You know what I mean? Like this poor bastard had to deal with me, like on paper. You know, like one carrying a fucking deadly violent weapon, the other one driving his car. But yeah, so they bring you in there, and then you go into like the bullpen downstairs, where it's like, you know, fucking 40, 50 people in like these like giant cells, with like just long benches. They give you the choice peanut butter, cheese sandwich, and then milk.
I know that,
yeah,
dude. I know that
yeah,
story.
hell yeah.
Their lunches fucking suck.
It sucks so much, dude. It's just like pour out the milk, just use it for the water. But like, if you drink from the water fountain, you're gonna get hepatitis. Like,
well, not only that, I didn't realize this. I don't know if they did that in your jail, but so I had to do like 3-4 days weekend jail, and when I got my second DUI, they make you do that. It was just
wait,
like
so you have to go to jail on like a Friday and get on a Monday?
No. So I go Saturday morning at 8. I get out at 4 that same Saturday. Then I got to be back in at 8. It's like going to like summer camp.
Yeah, but we got drinks after jail.
Yeah, my buddy picked me up. One of my buddies, Dan Madden, picked me up from jail. Everyone's like, it was like released from school. I got right in the car. There's the Flying W where I do like my mics and shows and shit. Like 20 minutes away. We just drove there, got fucked up the entire night, and I just went back into jail the next day without sleeping and just tried to sleep.
Still fucking hammered?
Oh yeah. They don't really care. You just got to be there.
So that's like jail summer school. Like, what do you even?
Yeah.
What do you
just sleep? You just try to sleep, and there's a bunch of people in there. Everyone like no pooping. That's a big rule. No pooping.
Yeah, because everyone's in the same
I'm
room.
like in the same room with 25 other snoring old men that like got like too many perks and stole lunch meats from ShopRites.
In civilian clothes.
Yeah.
I thought was kind of surprising.
Yeah, you're allowed to wear whatever you want. So I'd wear like 5 jackets so I could make myself a bed.
You know how many people would kill to wear FUBU in jail?
I think that's what they make the prisoner uniforms out of. That might be
Jesus.
That might be right. This might be the thing that we're talking about on podcasts that get you fucked. That might be one of those lines.
What? Just people in jail making FUBU for other inmates?
No, I'm just saying like the yellow jumpsuits are made of FUBU, made by FUBU.
Yeah.
I'm just fucking FUBU in a Ziploc. You smell it, you're like, oh, that's good.
Tell me I'm wrong here. Like, Damon Johns would definitely take prison contracts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Like, I've met that dude. Everything about him screams like, I employ prison labor.
Wait, you met him?
Yeah.
For what?
I met 3 of the Sharks. They did SDR show.
Okay.
Damon, Cuban, and the chick.
Lori?
Yeah. Lori, dude. Fucking sexy. Like, legitimately sexy.
She can get it.
Like, dude, she's got to be. Oh no, not Lori. Sorry,
Barbara?
Corcoran can
The
fucking
old
get
bitch?
it, dude. Can fucking get it.
The
She's
old
like
lady?
70. Yeah,
Dude, she seems like a cockhound, dude.
dude. She
Like
is
whenever just like a sexy dude comes on, she's just like fucking licking her chops, limping. Yeah, she just starts limping, licking her chomps, dude.
Dude, that is like, she's the type of woman that Cowboys for Angels is like made for. You know what I mean? Like, she's like the type of clientele that would have like a sexy young man come and service her.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
She's got a black book filled with all sorts of names. She's like, I'm gonna call this guy back.
Well, yeah, but it's like, yo, for her, like, I could picture her, like, she's so fucking buku rich. Like, that is a thing where it could be like, yeah, like, you know, if I was a super duper, like, attractive guy and I could pay my rent banging some billionaire, like, yeah, what? Obviously, it sounds great.
Yeah.
Let me just talk this over with my girlfriend. I'll get back to you. I feel like there's even some negotiation points you have there, even if you're in relationships. Like, listen, this can benefit both of us.
I could see Barbara being either like dominatrix style or like, yo, this face is made for pissing.
Barbara the human urinal Corcoran.
Yeah.
I think she likes to hammer his penises with her mallet.
Oh man. Yeah, that was actually like, that was wild. Like meeting Mark Cuban after sleeping on the street the night before. Like legitimately homeless person shaking a billionaire's hand. Like, I don't know. It's pretty fucking cool.
It is wild to think about. It's like you never know who you're gonna meet that day when you wake up. And I bet
knew it.
being homeless opens that batting stance a little bit.
It does in the sense of like, dude, obviously met some fucking real weirdos, but I met some pretty fucking interesting people just at like 3 a.m, wandering around New York, like looking for anything to do. So, I don't know.
Yeah, what's the fucking kookiest dude you met?
This kid who I follow on Instagram, I think his name is like Graham. I watched this kid. He was fucking hammered drunk. I was charging my phone at like one of those like we have these kiosks around New York that provide free Wi-Fi, and you can also like plug your phone in there.
Yeah,
so,
whenever I'm hammered, I like to prank call my friends on that shit.
Hell yeah, dude. So he had like this kid was like after hours bar drunk. You know what I mean? Like it was 6 a.m. He was like clearly getting out of an Uber, just coming from from a club, and like bars are supposed to close at 4. You know what I mean? So like my man was after it. And he comes over and he starts asking me how to like use the thing to like charge your phone. Like he was that level of like entitled rich kid where he couldn't process like using the homeless terminal. So
who comes over and wipes your ass? I don't get this.
So I walk him through it, and like I don't know, over the course of 5 minutes, I watched him call 4 different women. Like one didn't pick up. One was like, all right, fine, you can come over, but like it's not gonna be like you're just gonna fuck me and then go to work. Like I'm not doing that again. That's insane. He's like, no, it's fine. Like I'll come over, I'll buy you breakfast. Like we'll make a morning out of it. It'll be great, right? Fucking hangs the phone with her. Calls girl number 3. She's like, yeah, sure, you can come, but like, you know, I gotta get in the shower in like an hour. He's like, yeah, she's like 30.
Why?
She's like,
can I bum that shower, please?
So fucking, he looks at his watch and he's like, yo, she's like 30 blocks away. Hold on. Calls girl number 4. She's like, yeah, I just made coffee. Come over and give me that dick. And he's like, well, my mind's made up. So fucking 2 other girls are still waiting for him to show up and fuck them before 10 a.m. And he's going to door number 3. That guy gave me his number and was like, yeah, come on, man, we'll go to the clubs tomorrow night. And then like never returned my phone call.
And then you're just going to get a call. You're just like, no, Graham, I'm not going to fuck you tonight. And he's like, Harrington, it's not going to be like that. We'll have breakfast, dude. It'll be all day.
Also, I need to help you teach me how to plug my phone in. It's about to die.
Damn, that fucking rules. He just has a Rolodex of bays.
Dude, it was why like everything about this dude was like, yeah, I get it. Like this is extreme big dick energy.
Yeah. And be real. Like, is this a good looking dude or does he just have like shitload of game?
Here's the thing. Decent enough looking, more of like I have a really good job, therefore I dress really well and carry myself as such. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like that's the
camouflage for camouflage.
Yeah.
Like instead of wearing actual camouflage, he's camouflaging himself to look like he's
a normal person.
He's like in the business world. If you were going to hunt him in like an office, you wouldn't be like, where is he? He's just dressed as a fax machine.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, dude, fucking you show up in a $2,000 suit. I'm gonna be like, you know, Randy Quaid would be like, yeah, it's passable.
Yeah. Well, there was actually a study where they had like a traditionally ugly dude, but he looked like $1 million. Like he was dressed like a CEO. Then they had like a model looking dude dressed in like a McDonald's uniform, and almost all the women said the ugly dude in the suit looked better. Yeah. So you know, just a hot tip for the listeners.
So it's like here's the problem with like wanting to hate on that is like we're all programmed by biology, right? So it's like, yeah, of course they're fucking gold digging whores because that's where safety and security comes from for a woman. Like that's just baked into, you know, like their
survival
DNA.
Tactics.
Right. Like we look at fucking like big tits and round asses and are like, yeah, that could feed my baby.
Yeah, you have some beautiful jobs.
My baby will love to feed on that ass.
Yeah, well, you know.
Probably the boobs on that one.
Look at those 401 double Ds. Goddamn.
No, but that's like back to primates, dude. Like that's fucking like why baboons have like fucking red asses and shit, and like fucking gorillas stick their asses out. Like there is something animalistic about like you see a big ass and you're just like, "Roo, roo, roo."
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
no
then
matter-
like the chicks were like, Ezekiel killed fucking 2 possums. This guy's fucking balling out of control.
Yeah.
Fucking just is rubbing rocks together like an idiot, still living with his mom in the cave.
So that's fucking like
in bunk caves.
Yeah, bunk caves.
I'm questioning whether or not to bring this up, but like one of the things that Callan did get in trouble for was like talking about something along those lines, like about women being like biologically predispositioned for rape. And like the study he was referencing, if I remember correctly, I seem to remember watching The Fighter and the Kid where he talked about this topic, but he was like, it was a Yale study done by a female like graduate student who like went in and looked at like, okay, like what are the biological reasons women react favorably to rough sex? And it's like, well, like hundreds and thousands of years ago, if your town was being invaded by fucking barbarians, right, they were going to kill all the men and rape all the women. So women could either like self-lubricate when that starts happening, or they could continue to stay dry and horrified at the fact that they're getting raped, and they'll just like, they're going to get raped anyway. It's going to hurt way more and you could die. So it's like, it became a survival instinct to be like, yeah, if a guy puts his hand around my throat, my pussy better start getting wet.
Dude,
Damn.
I knew there was a reason George Bush went to Yale. Yale is fucking wild, dude. Holy shit.
That's how
You probably heard that study. He was like, oh, hell yeah.
All right.
God damn. Oof. But yeah, Callan, man. I mean, it's crazy. I think he's still making like podcasts, but behind a paywall, and he's on the road right now.
Is he?
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. He's like doing dates, which is interesting. I mean, he's taken the exact opposite of a D'Elia approach. D'Elia is just like, yo, peace. Which, I mean, I get that, you know, because like D'Elia, I mean, they're both pretty big, but I think D'Elia's bigger in a different way. Like, I feel like he would get a lot of shit. I don't know.
I think there
I
was
don't
a
know.
lot.
I feel like Fighter.
Oh, sorry.
What?
Because
I feel
Chris D'Elia kind of got to like social media famous. Like, there's a lot of people that
The
follow
Eminem
Chris.
thing really bumped them up.
Yeah, the Eminem thing bumped him up. Like,
What was the Eminem
he got popular on Vine.
He did an impression like, oh, well, the porn's corns and the porn's like Eminem even shouted him out in one of his songs, like in one
Oh
of his.
shit.
Yeah, when I think in the Machine Gun Kelly rap feud or the beef or whatever they had going, he talked shit on like Chris D'Elia for a second. He's like, nah, just kidding, dude. I think you're funny. Let me on your podcast.
Oh
And,
shit.
Yeah, he said that. I don't think he's gonna go on the podcast now, but
Yeah,
was-
especially because it's named after teenager's favorite candy. That doesn't work out. But yeah, like Chris D'Elia is like social media famous. So many people are into him for not his podcast and comedy. I feel like, but not his stand-up necessarily. Like they think he's just a funny social media star. Like a lot of people. With Callan, it's more like podcasts and stand-up fans. So I feel like those are more loyal fans, and he can like rely on that. Where for Chris, he probably still has fans that fuck with him in that way, but it's different, if that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. I get that. It's also, I don't know. I mean, Callan had more to like. Callan kind of has more to lose. You know what I mean? Like in the sense that like he has a recurring, or I guess he had a role on a recurring role in like a fucking ABC sitcom. Fighter and the Kid is like a bigger show than anything D'Elia is working on. You know, like, so I could see a thing where he's just like, all right, like I'm making my stand here because fucking.
and also he has a family. Like,
yeah.
Like,
And also too, I guess like the allegations on Brian are crazier. Like it's like an actual rape allegation.
Yeah, there's rape in there.
Yeah, which is like, I mean, they're all not, you know, tops, but you know, rape takes the cake for sure.
Look. I mean, we went through this on Real Ass Podcast. Like Lewis talked about this. Like, I don't know what D'Elia did wrong. Like, I just don't. And like, I guess it's not that popular to say, but it's like, I don't know. Like, like he literally hit a chick up. She was like, I'm 17. He was like, whoa, too young. And then a year later was like, all right, now you're not too young. What's up?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's interesting because I got to read into it more. There's like new shit about like him whipping his dick out, which I don't know too much about that, but it just dropped. So I guess the jury's still out. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, that's new information.
Yeah. Yeah, there's like one actress that said something about him just taking it out, and then there's a hotel lady that said he was like naked in front of her, but that I don't know. I mean, these are all allegations, people. So we're not saying anything in particular. I mean, Chris, if you're looking for openers, I mean, please.
Would you start opening for Chris? You think that's
probably.
You 100% would.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, why not? That seems like some good work.
Motherfucker, dude, you're in a garage right now. You can't afford morals.
Chris, shut up,
true.
all right? Just we have him in the garage right now.
I'm like, hey man, you don't have to get in trouble. Just take it out in front of me. I don't care.
Oh man.
Yeah, Megan Druss. So apparently 3 chicks got into a car and he was like, yeah, here's my dick. I don't know.
That's just a good goof.
It's not great, but it's also like, it's not like he fucking like cornered her against a wall and like put his hand up like where she couldn't move and he's like, look at it, look at my fucking dick.
Yeah, how many penises I've had to look at that I didn't want to.
Well, he would do it like in the Chris way. He's like, look at my dick.
It's all about the delivery.
This is my dick.
Look at my dick.
What? My dick.
Oh man.
Look at this, my babies. Yeah, man. I mean, I wonder what he would have to do to come back from this. He's definitely not going to be in the industry the way he once was because he just got replaced by fucking Tig Notaro for like a movie.
On that prank show?
No, it was for a movie. Let me see. Which is so funny. I gotta piss. Yeah, piss it up. Tig Notaro, Chris D'Elia.
Oh yeah, Netflix zombie movie, Army of the Dead.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, which I guess like Tig Notaro is just the alt D'Elia.
I guess it's also like
Bizarro D'Elia.
He's being replaced in a fucking Zack Snyder movie in 2020. Like, what are we doing here? What are we like? Why is this news?
Yeah, I mean, what's interesting, man? Like Legion of Skanks and like all that. Fucking love it, but they say like crazy shit. They do get fucked with like certain people, like Jake Flores and what's his name, the dude that got Shane fucked.
Oh, the Bird Poet.
Yeah, Bird Boy. Like there's like those people, but it seems like for the shit they say, they don't catch that much flack, which is kind of sick.
Well, I mean, like when they kind of lead with their chin a little bit, being like, yeah, it's the most offensive podcast in the world. It's literally in the bio. If you listen, that's on you. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So it is like a thing where it's like, I don't know, if anything, to me, it proved like Skanks and like what Roastmasters was and what Comedy Fight Club is now proves that like there still is a place for like vicious, edgy, fucking like that style of comedy in the world, right? And like there is dark shit out there, and you can turn a funhouse mirror to it and like have fun with it. You know, like
yeah.
Like literally the only thing I've seen them not able to like make funny is cuties. Like it's wild to me. Like I've literally watched them like watch fucking like cats getting torn apart, like the Gauntlet. They made the Gauntlet.
Cuties. Funny. You said cuties. I was like chuties.
Judies.
Yeah, the cuties one is fucking crazy. Just patting their pussies. That's fucking crazy.
Understand why like they're like get all this other shit on like all right now here's the real stuff. It's like, how is this not? I mean, I think this is just overall. Like, I mean, they're just one step away from that. If that was a working title, from making it fucking Epstein, Girls Gone Wild, Epstein Islands edition. You know,
Yeah.
like that could have been easily the title. And I'm like,
Well,
it plays out.
Yeah, I mean, it is weird what gets a pass.
I don't know, dude. I feel like honestly that doesn't even like that's not even apropos because like the Epstein Island girls were like kind of tricked into it. Like what's fucked up about Cuties is like they were running the whole show. You know what I mean? Like
It's almost even worse in that kind of like the idea like that it's like welcomed. Like obviously one was on an island and it was obviously like frowned upon and was hidden, and this one's just like on a Netflix. It's on fucking. It's handed to you on a silver platter. Like, did you want some of this? Someone's like, the fuck is this? It's like, where are you? It's French, right? It's a French film.
Yeah, and their parents are like, oh yeah, that's cool.
Like some director had to go to an 11-year-old girl and be like, okay, I need you to like go and sexy flirt with this middle-aged fat guy. And like I watched that scene happen, and it was like, it made my skin crawl. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and like imagine like the director giving notes. He's like, this amateur's never popped her pussy before. Rookie.
Like she's trying to get another job somewhere else. Like very easy to work with, but really not that slutty for an 11-year-old. You'd think she'd have a little extra something, but
yeah. Listen, I'm not believing you right now.
Very difficult to work with. Her tits just weren't big, you know. No matter how much we yelled at her to have bigger 11-year-old tits, she just wouldn't.
Listen, you little titless freak. I'm gonna need you to fucking give me 3 more takes. Yeah, but yeah, man, it is rad that I don't know. I mean, I do think the shit that's going on at Gas Digital, not to fucking blow cum, but it is like important for comedy right now. Yeah, I think it is important for comedy right now. Like when Comedy Fight Club came to Philly the first time, like people were hyped, and I just love the vibe of like no fucking pity claps. Yeah. Like anything fucking goes. I just made fun of his dead dad the whole time.
yeah.
You know how good that felt?
Finally. I've been waiting this whole time.
Yeah. But it's like, no, like, I don't know, like fucking Lewis used to pitch the show like that back in the day. He was just like, it's the one place you can go in New York and watch a guy call a fat chick fat, and everybody laughs and nobody feels bad. It's like, yeah,
yeah, dude.
I mean, I think what it is, it's kind of giving tribute to those thoughts that everyone has, that everyone likes to pretend they don't have. Like they're supposed to just come in one ear, out the other, but it's fun to just stop one while it's in the middle of your brain and be like, oh, this would be a really fucked up thing to say to Rob.
Oh,
right.
And like, because even though like it's not actually how you feel, like something in your brain just clicked, and then you automatically had just some thought that wasn't like you were like. There's something worse, obviously, about like, I hate this. Let me try to dissect this into something, instead of having just like you have a premise and it makes you think of this, and you're like, oh, it's just what I would say in the heat of the moment. I think that's
it's beautiful when people sign up for it, and then you just have the license to do it.
Yeah, it'd be different if we were just like throwing people like, listen, you're roasting today. If we had like a comedy, like I've been talking about, I think we should have a judicial system for comedy world, where so that way, because instead of letting the woke crowd just take people under and shit, we have like a judicial system that will be heard, and like, oh, this person has allegations against this. Let's go do a deep dive, and like you could pinpoint like, listen, yes, he said this, but he also made this joke. So this one is out now. Canceled out because clearly he's just fucking around and no longer is obviously racist because he's saying any crazy shit. Because I've had that happen in shows where you say something a little bit on edge and then you say something else and like, oh, this motherfucker just doesn't give a shit about anything, and it's no longer personable. You know, it's just like, oh, he's just saying.
Yeah, you're hitting everything.
Right. It's not
but
like,
even
oh,
still people are
right, because
weird.
I think they don't understand that fully. I think they think that was like a premeditated thought that you like harped on and worked on for a little bit, which you could have, and you might have, but also it puts you in a different spot to talk about it and such.
Well, here's what I don't get: when like an old dude gets like weird about a dick joke. Like I've seen like older men where they're kind of like, oh, come on. And I'm like, what do you do when you're like fucking your wife? Are you like, how dare I?
You don't look down, man.
Like you don't fuck? Like, I guess people think it's indecent to talk about shit like that, like in public. I don't know what it is.
I feel it. Like it's almost like it's some of that. It's just like a personal thing that they're not really willing to explore. You know, like they don't want to talk about it because it's so weirdly just like mucked up. Like that, like the fact it's so many things piled on top of each other for them to even get anywhere near close to what they're into.
Yeah, but it's like, at what point are you just showing up there being like, I had 5 strong minutes about how cute my dog is, and the fact that you're talking about anything different is disgusting to me. Like, what?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's like, why is your dog like? Actually, I'm more offended that you talked about your dumbass dog. Like, how dare you? Make me think that that's worth talking about. This is an actual issue that exists. If it wasn't, then you wouldn't be pissed off about it.
Yeah, listen, my dick is an issue.
It's usually an issue. Very rarely you introduce the dick and it's like, that's perfect.
True.
At least that's how I go.
I have found that I'm like, by being surrounded by just savages now, I'm like so desensitized to it. So Mike, there's this fucking comic, I'll say his name and I'll ask him if it's cool later.
Yeah.
Dan Madden.
Okay. You've already mentioned him on the show before.
Yeah.
Have fun editing that part now too.
Oh yeah.
I like to do this. I also like he's used to it. I used to like every time I'd be like, I can't say this person's name and I'll just say it. Like, good luck. He never that's the fun part. He doesn't edit it out anyway.
Yeah. But one time we were just hanging out and he was just like drunk. And he was like, Rob. And I was like, yeah, Dan. He was just like, so like, you're a fat kike, right? And I was like, yeah, Dan. And like, I wasn't bothered at all. But then I'll hang out with my friends that aren't comics, and it's just hard to manage sometimes because I'm just surrounded by
pretend like you're not a gay Jew.
Yeah. They hate that.
No one likes putting on airs. You just gotta watch like a coin drop on the ground and you can't pick it up like real flamboyantly. Like, woo, look what I found. It's
yeah,
like, shit. Dude,
when I see like a penny, it like turns into a dick in my mind. I'm like, oh my god.
Started plucking at it like a chicken. Like, gotta pick it up.
Oh, man. But dude, we're at a little over an hour, man. Thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, dude, that was mighty chill of you.
Dude, it's an absolute pleasure. I fucking love it, guys.
Fuck it. Do you have anything you want to promote, man?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing would probably be either Comedy Fight Club or any of the shows I work on Gas Digital Network. You can actually get a 14-day free trial if you head over there and use promo code Mike H, I think is my exclusive promo code. And then also I'm working on Notes of a Goon with Chris from Brooklyn from High Society Radio. He just started his own solo podcast. I am the producer / guy who he bounces things off of. And yeah, we got 5 in the can. It's been pretty fun. We just released all of them today. So go check that out wherever you get a podcast.
Fuck yeah.
Awesome, man.
Follow me at Rob Cruz Comedy on Instagram. And yeah, rate and review the podcast.
Yeah, I'm right.Cody on Instagram. Got some shows coming up, but fuck it. You know, follow me if you feel it or don't. Whatever.
Fuck yeah. Well, we're not Gas Digital guys or engineers, but we know how to do a plug.
Sort of.
All right, dude. Thanks.
Oh, best friends, man.
This has been a DropTent Media production.